Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Bunnies from the Bronx, and right now, I'm still in Hunts Point. I'm currently in front of Bernard's house. Okay, it is raining really bad, and I'm gonna give you guys a quick view of this house. This house right here, guys, is the very first house when I first came to Hunts Point that everybody went to. This house was notorious for all kinds of things, and this house closed down, I believe, in like 2007, and then Bunny, the owner of the house, would sneak everybody in through the back, and we'd have to go through the window, and the house was just stagnant, guys. There were buckets of urine all over the place, crack bags, needles, all kinds of debris. The downstairs was demolished, but while the house was functioning, I'm sorry, let me clean up the lens. While the house was functioning, guys, and I got a big crack on my phone, his sister, Bobby, was upstairs, and he would just have everybody downstairs. And I remember when I first went in there, I was with the Jewish guy, like I said, and I was with a young girl who was from Riverdale, a very wealthy white girl named Michelle Bloomberg. Okay, she would come out prostituting. She came from a very wealthy family. She really liked me because she was, after I broke up with Todd Nappy, the Jewish guy. Okay, she would show me the ropes. She's the one who showed me the ropes of how to survive the streets out here, basically. And she was good friends with Bunny. So when you initially went in the house, this big Jamaican dude would answer the door with dreads. His name was Squirrel. Okay? Now, there was Squirrel and there was Mosquito. These two were hardcore dudes that were on the street, that did their thing, and they regulated a lot of shit. In order to get in this house, you had to go past Squirrel first, and he'd open the door and you hear like this creak. The house is just so old, you can see it. It's one of those old brownstone houses, very, very Victorian type architecture, like like castle-like, with the big bay windows. So when you go inside, it's really big inside. There's so many different rooms. And like I said, he'd open the door, he'd let you in. You'd have to give to get in, to get high. That's the rules. You always have to give house. That's what it's called. You give the house. So you give the house, he would take whatever you give, and however much you give is how much time you're allowed to stay inside the house. Okay? So, when I first went in there, all the girls, these girls were out there a long time. You know what I'm saying? So they seen me, they were like, who the fuck is that? Yes. They did not know me, and they weren't trying to get to know me. I had to earn my respect, guys. So, like I said, you go in the house, and there's all these different rooms, and everybody's getting high, and then you see one laying out on the floor. The other one has a needle in their hand. The other one has the crack pipes in their mouth. Just like there's crack bags all over the floor, needles all over, like a bucket of just old needles, and buckets of feces, because the bathroom, the plumbing was just out of order. And upstairs was the sisters. When the house was like functioning where they still could live in there, the house got condemned, as you can see. Bobby used to bang, bang, bang on the friggin' floor, the floor, so it was the ceiling. And once that happened, everybody had to leave. So you'd see everybody start scurrying, because when she did that, that means she was about to call the police. She used to do it all the time on her brother, Bernard. So in this house, so many things went down, guys. It's just uber experiences I had in that house, just so many different things that I seen. And I remember when I first started smoking crack, guys, I was so new to it and I wasn't prostituting yet, so I would have to scrape people that just left baggies on the floor, because I didn't prostitute, and I just dumped the Jewish guy. Okay, I had no money. So I wanted to get high. So I used to just take everyone else's like old baggies and I used to scrape them up and get a hit like that. Just pathetic drug addict stuff, you know. It's just when you think back to the things that I did, I don't know if anyone has the same experience, you think back like, oh my God, I can't believe I did those things. I can't believe I was such a, you know, I'm sorry to say, a low life, you know what I'm saying? It is. And I can never ever do anything like that ever again. I can honestly say I can never do drugs ever again. And it's not me, it's not anything that I've done. It's something that, you know, the Holy Spirit just took away those cravings of me to get high. So right now I'm gonna walk a little bit, give you guys a little view of the house. Okay, and basically I'm gonna show you some really beautiful graffiti, yes, and show you the area. So this is Menida Street, guys. Occasionally you'd find a prostitute on these streets, occasionally, you know. There was prostitutes back in the 90s, back in the 80s, back in the 70s. Remember, I came out in the early 2000s, guys. So when I came out here, it was still predominantly a lot of girls. It wasn't as much as it was back in like when Tito lived out here in the 90s and the 80s, or people, the old timers that I knew that was still out there from back in those days. Excuse me. Back in those days, they would tell me crazy stories about shit that went down in Bunny's house. Mad shit went down in Bunny's house. So, those guys would just laugh. They think that I'm back in that sense because they live around here. So they just took a look at me and started like chuckling. Like, look, I'm not out here like that. I can understand. I wouldn't do the same thing to anybody. Like if I seen someone who hasn't been out in the streets that was pretty much a veteran, and you just see them one day, I wouldn't start laughing at them. I'd be like, yo, what happened? You know, like, don't start doing that. Like, I would try to add, you know, if I'm a concerned individual about others, I would never laugh at that. I think that is so shallow. But, you know, it is what it is. Not everybody. This is the point, guys. This place has, like, plays and stuff. It's really nice. They do a lot of, you know, projects for the community. It's really good. And Hunts Point does have, you know, a lot to offer, you know. People think Hunts Point is just really, really bad. Yes, it is bad. It was really bad in a lot of senses, but they're trying to clean it up. And as you can see, they really are. They are cleaning it up. Okay, so I'm just going to show you some beautiful graffiti work. Excuse me, miss. Look how awesome this graffiti is, guys. Do you see it? Isn't that amazing? That is absolutely amazing. Yes. This graffiti is amazing, guys. Okay. Look at the sun. Yes, beautiful. I love it. Look at the portraits. It's like Aztec, Native American. Look, Fort Apache. Just like I told you guys. Oh, wow. They never had an entrance here like that before. They did, but it was never opened. So look, guys, look at the natives. Aren't they beautiful? Yes, the Native Americans. Yes, I love Native American culture. I love it. Some people think that I have native blood. I did my DNA, like I said, I'm 96% Southern Italian and 4% Arabic. So go figure that. Arabic? I was like, wait, what? Okay. You know, I'll take it. I love Arabic food. That's why I love spices. I'm a spice girl. So guys, while I was doing my footage earlier, I hope it's okay. While I was doing my footage earlier, I ran into a girl on the street. But I can't show you guys because I kind of ambushed her, and I'm not going to lie, I was so excited. I thought it was someone I knew. Because I get excited, guys. I get really excited. And what I did was, I had the camera rolling. And I went up to her and I said, hi. I was like, you remember me, right? Because if she was out here a long time, and she said, no. I said, well, how long you been out here? She said, not long enough. So she was very reluctant to talk to me. But then when I looked at the camera, it wasn't rolling. That's when I got the, that's when I got the footage inside of the Dunkin' Donuts across the street from McDonald's. But getting back to what I was saying, Hunts Point, it has been cleaned up a lot, guys. So it's not so bad as it used to be, opposed to when I first came out here, and opposed to when I left 8 years ago, and opposed to even back in the day when Tito was here. It was crazy back in the day. Crazy. Yes, certainly was. So I'm waiting for the cross. Oh my God, where's the camera lens, guys? Hold on. All right, that's more like it. So I'm waiting for the walk sign. Let me give you guys a bird's eye view of Hunts Point. It's still very urban. Still very urban area. So this is Garrison and Hunts Point. Guys, this is where they used to do the races from. If anybody's familiar with the Hunts Point races, the drag race, they used to do a lot of drag races here. And Hunts Point, another statistic about Hunts Point is Hunts Point basically has the largest industrial, where cargo goes in and out, like produce, like meat, like fish. It's the largest import and export, as far as I know, for those types of things in the world, guys. And I tell you the truth, this I did not know. I did not know that. I knew a lot of things got shipped in and out of here, but I did not know it was the largest in the world. And if I'm wrong, I stand corrected, and someone can maybe mention that in the comments if anybody feels compelled to comment about it. So right now I am walking down Garrison, like I said, where the drag races are. Okay, I'm about to bring you to another place where I used to live, okay, under the bridge. And then after this, I have to go home to my baby because I miss him so much. I miss my little weedy bee. I hate being away from him. Okay, so this right here is Irvine Street, guys. Tito lived in that house right on the corner. Okay? Lived on the house in the corner. And basically, all these little businesses have been here for quite some time. The little salons and the little barber shops and stuff. Pretty much Hunts Point is it's like the ghetto version of a gated community, if you can understand where I'm coming from. It's basically everyone knows each other if you're here for a long period of time, and pretty much, it's very confined in comparison and opposed to the rest of the Bronx. It's like on a little island, if you can understand where I'm coming from. Okay, it is like a little island. So I'm gonna stop the footage because it's gonna take a minute for me to walk all the way over there, and then when I get to the bridge, I will start recording again. Okay, guys? So you'll see me in a minute, guys. Barbarisi signing out. Ciao.